allows people a release for all the hatred and violence that they keep up inside them.
Why don't you guys kill someone tonight?
Because we don't feel the need to, Joey.
Just remember all the good the Purge does.
So for people who don't know, explain to me what type of film The Purge is. How would you try to categorize it?
You know, I hope he doesn't mind, but when I was growing up, I used to love all these John Carpenter films, Escape from New York, Assault on Precinct 13. I even remade one, Assault on Precinct 13. And that's how I met James DeMonaco. It's kind of, it's a kind of movie that almost doesn't exist anymore because, you know, we're so full of all these, you know, super big budget movies. This is a movie we made for fun. My friend Jason Blum produced Sinister, and we had a great time on that. We both love James DeMonaco. And it's kind of like a Friday night at the movies, you know, these old school genre films where basically what it is, it's a popcorn movie designed to have a lot of fun, but in it are secret subversive messages that you can read if you're looking.
So to me, I got a little bit like it says something about what we're going through today in society. There's so much violence in society. I mean, let's say in some crazy distant future, could something like this work?
Well, I don't know. I think the same. I remember being a kid and seeing Escape from New York and thinking, kind of, that makes sense. Just turn the whole island into a prison. Hey, look, unemployment would go down. Crime would drop. People would get out all their hate and anger. I think it's the fun of science fiction, in a way, is that it forces you to think about political ideas without worrying about who you're going to vote for. You just actually get to think about the ideas of, like, well, what do I believe in? Without anybody having an agenda about, you know, whether you're for gun control or against gun control. You can just kind of watch what happens in an alternate universe.
So, I mean, I'm sure you've given a lot of thought. People are going to ask you, what would you do? If you were going to be in the Purge, would you be the guy staying at home, or would you kind of go crazy?
Well, I feel this way about most things in my life, that I kind of wish I were two people. You know, one person who was like Dudley Do-Right and did everything right, and then one person who could just act without remorse and any conscience whatsoever and just do whatever I felt like. But so, what would I do? I'm sure I would run and hide.
Do you think you would survive? Would you make it out? Are you a fighter?
We all think we'd survive, don't we?
I hope.
I mean, I don't know. I was just reading a guy passed away recently who was in the Warsaw Uprising, and I was struck by the bravery it would take to take on the Nazi army with a slingshot, and how he kept saying how he had no courage. It was life that put him in this position, you know, but we all would like to think that we would handle situations the right way. But we just don't know.
Is there kind of a social commentary message? I mean, I know this is it's a popcorn movie, but for me, there was so much more.
There's so much more if you want to look for it in this movie. I mean, this movie it's not such a far-fetched idea that rich people are totally cut off from the adversity and the murder. And I mean, you know, we sit there on a treadmill and we watch and we flip and we see what's happening all over the world in all these other countries. And a lot of that damage is created by our affluence. And what is our level of participation in that? And how do we feel about that? And what are we going to do about it? Most of us just kind of change the channel. I mean, and that's what I think is exciting about science fiction, because it can challenge your way of thinking in a way that isn't didactic.
Our target for this year's Purge is hiding in your home. You have 1 hour to find him and give him to us, or we'll kill all of you.
They can't get in here, right? They can't get into our home.
We're gonna make it through tonight, and everything is gonna be okay.
Nothing is ever going to be okay again.